Yo, what is going on? Patrick James here, and in today's episode of Raw Dating Advice, we're going to be talking about how you can get a girl to send you dirty pictures. It's 3 steps, let's get it.
Okay.
Alright, so this is going to be very quick, and like I said, it's 3 steps if you want to get any girl to send you dirty pictures. Now, for all of you internet trolls out there, and for all you guys who think you know everything about girls and seduction and whatever, let me make this note real quick, and also for any of those guys who are actually fans of Raw Dating Advice, let me make this note really quick. This is not the only way to get dirty pictures from a girl, but in my experience and in the experience of like all the guys who actually have game that I've ever networked with and spoken with and just hung out with in general, this right here are the 3 steps, the surefire way that will work to get a girl to send you dirty pictures. Because here's the thing, like I said, there's many different ways to get this same result. But you gotta first understand what is your end goal here. Do you want to manipulate a girl into sending you dirty pictures but still not have any interest in ever sleeping with you? Or do you want a girl to be sending you dirty pictures and then craving your validation for telling her how great that picture was, and she actually wants to fuck you more? All right, let me just ask you that. All right, you want A or B? Because I don't know about you, but I want a girl to send me dirty pictures and actually make her want to fuck me even more than she already does. So here it is. If you want a girl to send you amazing nude photos to your cellular device so that you can look at those whenever you want, whenever she's not around, and get the next best thing to sex, well, step 1 is you have to set the tone early on that you are the leader in this interaction. Now, how do you do that? It's very simple, and it's accumulation of several different, let's say, behaviors that you display. So 1, you never seek her validation, you never seek her approval, and this comes through in your tone of voice. So rather than saying, hey, do you want to come over here with me? And like at the end you go, come over here with me? That could be an example of you isolating her to a different part of the bar. Want to come with me over here, right? That goes up. That's seeking her approval. That's seeking her validation. Rather than asking her in a seeking type of way, just say, hey, let's go over there, right? Grab her hand. Hey, let's go over there. It's not mean. It's not manipulative, but it's more dominant, all right? Rather than asking for her approval, I'm telling her, you and I should go over there. And instead of going seeking rapport tonality, it's neutral. It's even breaking rapport a little bit, right? And it's dominant and it's leading. And that's the type of things that sets the tone early on, that you lead, you decide where you're going, and you're not seeking her approval at any step of the way. So one of my favorite ways to do that, that's like early on in the interaction. Another way that you could do that is if you and her are back at your place and maybe you guys are making out, maybe you guys are touching each other, feeling each other up, but maybe you haven't had sex with her yet. Well, rather than fiddling around with her, that backstrap of her bra, or like trying to sneak her pants off, a lot of times I'll just pause the makeout session and I'll say, take off your bra. Rather than saying, hey, can you take off your bra? And then you fiddle around and you look like a freaking guy who has no experience taking off bras. Just pause and say, take off your bra, right? And then do the same thing a few minutes later. Take off your pants, right? Rather than trying to unbutton her pants without her knowing and then sliding it off after she's so horny, just say, hey, take off your pants, right? It's dominant. It's leading, and it's not seeking her approval. All right, so that's step 1 if you want to get a girl to send you nude photos. Step 2 is give her amazing sex. Have such good sex with her that she's gonna go home and brag to her friends about it. Have such good sex with her that every time she pleasures herself when she's not with a guy, she's thinking about you. All right, have amazing sex with her. Now, if you want to know how to have amazing sex with girls and give them that amazing experience where you just take her brain and her mind into the cosmos and make her see multicolored, it's very easy. Buy a book or 2, right? These little books right here, right? Not this specific book, but there's a lot of books out there on the topic of sex specifically and how you can have better sex, if not the best sex that she's ever had. There's no reason that you should know what you're doing in the bedroom. If you really want to have great sex with a girl, if you want to give her an amazing experience, you have no excuse because there's hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books out there. In fact, just a little spoiler alert, I'm writing a book right now with 107 proven ways to get the girl, and a few of those 107 ways revolve around giving her amazing sex with exact how-tos and step-by-step that I give in the book. But that's in a couple of months, so don't even worry about that. But my point is, by being the guy who leads without ever seeking her approval and also shows a little bit of dominance, and then having amazing sex with her, right? And there's no reason you shouldn't. You're setting up step 3, where all you do is tell her to send you a picture. So let's say you've hypothetically met a girl out at a bar and you led the whole time. You were dominant. You told her to take off her bra rather than fiddling with it yourself. You told her, hey, let's go over here. I'd rather talk to you over there where it's quieter, where we can get to know each other, right? You led and you did not seek her approval. Then you led it to a place where you guys were alone. You guys started making out. You escalated physically on her, right? And then you gave her amazing sex. The next step is a few days later, or maybe a week later, after you guys have hung out, after you guys have gotten to know each other, a few days later, maybe a couple weeks later, start a text conversation with her and tell her, send me a picture, right? Say, I'm bored, send me a picture. Now, why does this work so well? Well, because you've already set the tone that you are the type of guy who's going to tell her to do things that you want her to do, and not in a manipulative way, not in a domineering way, but in a dominant and attractive way. And then she's already turned on at the thought of you because you fucked her so good, right? Now it's completely natural for you to say, hey, let's do something fun. Send me a picture. Right? If you text her that, I guarantee maybe she'll give you like 1 or 2 texts like, oh my God, you're so naughty. But if you hold your frame, she will send you that picture gladly. There's gonna be no resistance. You don't have to convince her like, can you please send me a picture of your boobies? None of that, right? You've already set the tone of who you are. She's already turned on by you. And now you're just continuing your frame. You're continuing the momentum of what you guys have already built, okay? That, in my experience, is the #1 way to get a girl to send you nude photos of herself and also want to have amazing sex with you in the future, right? Because you've already given her good sex. On that note, if you like this video, if you like my 3 steps to getting a girl to sending you nude photos, click that like button below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button as well. Join the Raw Dating Advice family and turn on my notification bell. That way you get notified every time I post one of these videos, which, spoiler alert, is every single day. And if you leave a comment below after you turn on my notifications, I will give you a shout out in my next video. And lastly, if you have any questions or topics that you would like to see covered in Raw Dating Advice in the future, I've set up a page below where you can submit your questions directly to me. And if I like the question enough, I may even respond to you personally via email, and it could be featured in a future video of Raw Dating Advice. On that note, I'll see you later, man. Peace out. I've got some new photos to get.